stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience, it takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. White is out there with ball, and it's Vucevic. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Buzelis in at the power forward. Now White, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. George with the screen on White. Buzelis grabs the board. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Smart. Here's Washington. Lets the three fly. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And again, no good by Chicago. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
And Chicago has possession, following the three-pointer by Washington. White with another miss. George against White. Here's Koulibaly. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
White, good.
A smooth three-point shot from White, who just had to hit them right back.
Here's Smart. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. There's Ball with the three. Washington with the rebound. Smart deciding where to go with it. And George kicks to Smart. George sets a screen for Smart. Drills it from outside. Smart's got 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Buzelis, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
Pass to George. Here's Koulibaly. Giddey defending. Koulibaly, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Song. At the elbow, it's Smart. Takes a 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. White the pass to Ball. Back to White. A 3 ball. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency. He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Bulls trail by 4. Puts up a deep 3. And the Bulls with another miss. Giddey against George. Middleton, a screen on Giddey. And that one's good, George.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look for that.
Now here's Giddey. Hasn't made one yet. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. Wizards leading by 7. And George kicks to Middleton. Fires the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball with a wide open look. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Well, add a little entertainment to that layup. Could you imagine if he missed it? Coach would have been all over it.
For Washington, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Right side, George. Pass to Song. Shoots over Vucevic. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And it's 7 points for Alex Song.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's been... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting.
So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Vucevic, Lonzo Ball out there with White. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Giddey in at the 3, the small forward.
And the way Buzelis can space the floor really makes it tough on the opposition.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
White with it, now guarded by Middleton. Jacks up a 3. Not as good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from White.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Song. Shoots over Vucevic. Off the left rim and out.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Wizards. The Wizards working the ball around now. Middleton for 3. Buzelis grabs the board. There's Ball with the 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards leading by 6. Here's Coulibaly. Trains it from beyond the arc. Coulibaly's got 6.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing. Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Coulibaly with it. He's covered by Ball. Here's Smart. Offensive rebound. Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
And stolen by Sarr. And here we go. Fast break. Sarr's got it. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Sarr. Smart's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Wizards?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Outside, George. Shoots the 3. Ball with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here's ball. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Will it go? And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Outside, Smart. Pass to Middleton. Outside, George. There's the triple. And Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls trail by 17. For 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Middleton looking it over. The tray. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Washington out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Marcus Smart getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
They've got Jordan Poole. Rashawn Holmes out there with Kispert. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. Shot clock at 5. Poole, no good. Bulls trail by 14. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
For 3, Kispert. Champagny passes to Holmes. Holmes setting the pick for Kispert. Nailed from three-point land. Kispert's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Collins from outside. Rebounded by the Wizards. Holmes with a screen on Herter. Kispert finds Holmes. Fires for 3. And Kispert with the basket on the assist by Holmes.
And they got to bring the double team on.
Chicago making a switch here. Dosumu's checked in. Washington shooting their first foul shot of the game. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Wizards leading by 18. Pass to Champagny. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Holmes with the steal. Poole with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Carrington. He has yet to score. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Collins, that's a 2-pointer. And the Bulls with another miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Holmes. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams for 3. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Washington's ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Kispert wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot. Kispert's got 10 points here in the second half. Cuts off the pass. Third quarter here. 3 minutes have come off the clock.
The third quarter.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Over in the corner, Dosunmu drills the three-pointer. Dosunmu's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Poole. Pass to Kispert. Holmes setting the pick for Kispert. Offline with his three. Bulls trail by 20. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. This summer, we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now Holmes. Scoreless thus far. Just 2 to shoot. Champagne. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Wizards out front. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So it's the Wizards now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. So for Chicago right now, we've got Buzelis. Kobe White is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at the 3 spot. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for Washington. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. Middleton against Giddey. Now here's Middleton. Tight defense on him. Yep, that one goes. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
Koulibaly, no good. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards leading by 23. Here's Koulibaly. That ball, nice feed that time from George.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Ball against Smart. And the Bulls with another miss.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
In the corner, George with it. A three-pointer off the mark. And Chicago shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Giddey, no good. And the Wizards with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. Koulibaly, no good. And here are the Bulls now. Fires away from way outside. Washington with the rebound. Sarr's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Here's Smart. Inside. It's stolen by White. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. Outside, Ball. Launches a three. And again, Chicago. No good. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Giddey. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Out to White. And another miss by Chicago.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Here's Koulibaly. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for the Wizards.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Alex Zahn.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach. Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Lets it go with a three. And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Ball.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Ball against Smart. And there's the drive. It's stolen by White. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic finds White. Pass to Giddey. Over Middleton. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Nice shot by Smart. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This game, all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Now here's Middleton. Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
Claxton a screen on Smart. And a deep three from Russell. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. There's a screen. Fires for three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Russell from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
I like how competitive Russell is. When you make a three-point shot and he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to come right back at you.
Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Johnson finds Claxton. Russell against Smart. Fires top of the key. Sarr pulls it in. The Wizards have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Williams from long range. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Russell against Smart. Pass to Coulibaly. Fires from deep. Washington again can't hit.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
The kick out to Johnson. Jacks up a three. And George with some nice D. Washington has gone 2 of 5 from deep. From deep. Williams grabs the board. And it's Brooklyn ball. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Sarr. There's the triple. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. The shot by Russell, no good. Russell's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Here's Coulibaly. Pure from three-point range. Coulibaly's got 6.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
From deep, Johnson. The rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
B.A., they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Washington leading by 6. Knocked loose. Thomas with a steal. Fast break, Brooklyn. Back to Claxton. He drops it from range.
Claxton. 3-point.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Three-pointer. And it's Coulibaly missing. Nets trail by 3. Outside Johnson. Right side Russell. Claxton a screen on Middleton. The 3 from Russell. Claxton. Great positioning on the putback.
You gotta love how he stuck with the play. Nice work.
Middleton against Williams. And that one's good. Middleton. 5 points in the game.
Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Got to get that one up quick.
Smart outside. Poke loose. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Smart. Williams from long range. Rebound by the Wizards. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Middleton from the outside. Offensive rebound. The 3. Drops in the three. Middleton's got 8.
That smooth shot selection from Middleton, that is definitely a spot he can get the job done from.
Russell against Smart. No good from the wing. And here's Koulibaly. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A big-time effort for Chris Middleton, providing a lot of it. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Washington.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr. Then there's Bilal Koulibaly. And it's Smart in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Drills it from deep.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star. Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. Here's Claxton. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. Washington has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Koulibaly. Misses the 3. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside for Russell. Pass to Claxton. Here's Koulibaly. Sinks the tray. Koulibaly's got 12 points in the game.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
The shot by Russell, no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Nets trail by 9. Johnson inside. George defending. Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Claxton. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Russell against Smart. Takes a 3. And Smart nails the triple. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside. Finds an angle.
And it's Smart missing. Nets trail by 10. Here's Johnson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Beautiful assist in transition. They beat the defense down the floor. The ball always wins.
George. And the jam by George.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Russell. Lets it go from 14. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
I think D'Lo has all sorts of confidence when he has that kind of spot in his arsenal.
Washington leading by 8. Smart outside. Kicks it out to Middleton. Fires at the elbow. And it's Washington with another.
Well, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Russell to pass to Thomas. It's rebounded by Washington.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play. Right now playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Russell. He has 7. Hey, expanding his range. It's rebounded by George. The Wizards have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Here's Coulibaly. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Cam Thomas picks one up. Washington shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for the Wizards.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now Johnson. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time. Oh, taking this arena's breath away. That's a crazy shot at the buzzer. Oh, my.
And we finished off one half of play. It's Washington up by 15. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Bilal Coulibaly displaying his skills today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the floor for the Nets, we've got Sharp. Trendon Watford is out there with Johnson. And it's Martin in at the 2 guard. Tries yet again. Washington with a rebound. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Now here's Bay. Pass to Champagny. Uncovered. Sharp grabs the miss.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Poole against Johnson to the right side. Here's Wilson. And the Nets miss again. Washington leading by 15. Kispert outside. And a miss there on the triple.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back. Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Here's Kispert following the bucket by Brooklyn. Buries it from 3. Kispert's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Right side Johnson. Here's Watford. Drops one in from the wing. Watford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Bay. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Wizards lead by 16.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Pass to Wilson. Pulls it from the corner. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The offensive rebound. Poole from long range. Kispert outside. Let's go with a 3. Brooklyn with the board. Here's Martin. Fires in the triple.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Picked by Holmes. Hey, from long range.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Nets trail by 11.
2 minutes.
Here's Wilson.
Remaining in the third quarter.
From outside, off the mark. The Wizards shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Poole for three. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep.
And just another weapon that Jordan Poole has in his offensive arsenal.
Here's Johnson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Here's Wilson. Outside Johnson. And stolen by Bay. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter here. Poole, the pass to Kispert. Three-pointer off the mark.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Holmes, a screen on Martin. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 11. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
Well, one of the more explosive players and silky smooth Poole finding a way to get to the rim.
Martin misses. Wizards leading by 11. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Gets the three ball to go. Kispert's got 6.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Sharp. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Washington. Holmes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Poole, the pass to Champagny. From downtown. And so it's Washington up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Chris Middleton, Sarr out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Koulibaly in at the 2. That's the group for Washington right now.
First team foul.
Thomas passes to Claxton. The rebound by the Wizards. George has got 5 rebounds tonight, and the call will be against Nicholas Claxton. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Smart outside.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Nets trail by 16. Outside Russell. Pass to Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. The 3 from Russell. It's rebounded by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smart for 3. Williams grabs the board. Brooklyn shooting only 39% so far in the game. The shot by Russell, no good. Washington leading by 16. Sarr passes to George. Fires from 14. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game. The Nets have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And it's all from three-point range.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Stolen by Russell. Claxton finds Williams. The three. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Washington, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Smart with a bucket.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The shot's good.
Well, that's just a tough shot anytime you decide to shoot the floater. D'Angelo measuring that one off nicely.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Smart for three. He can't hit that time. Nets trail by 17. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Washington. Here's Sarr. The three is up. Connects from downtown. Sarr's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth.
Remaining in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes.
Russell against Smart. Launches it from deep. Russell, that's good.
D'Angelo Russell. 3-point
1:52 left to play in the fourth. Russell against Smart. George a screen on Russell. Smart for three. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 17. Russell from outside. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Wizards.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
Here's Russell. Thomas outside. Three-pointer. The shot misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
4-3. They get it back. Outside Coulibaly. Stolen by Russell. All by himself. Fires the three. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Claxton passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. And that one's on target from the wing. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Counted from distance. And the Wizards lead by 21.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Fires from way outside. Can't connect. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second.
NBA action on 2. Sports. So the Nets starting 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White, and it's Vucevic, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, he haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And Russell gets it to go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Ball. Here's White. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Puts it up. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 5.
And the ball handling, body control. Russell with the nasty pull-up.
Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. From downtown, and the Nets another 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And they get it. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Russell from long range. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Vucevic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Such a good facilitator. Ball has nice touch on that pass.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Hustle from deep 3-point territory. Can't connect from long distance. Chicago is gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Vucevic with the bucket.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vooch and his team.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Now Russell following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Giddey, no good. Nets leading by 3. Let's go. Back to Russell. Stolen by Ball. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Buzelis' shot is good.
Oh, smart pass there. Setting up Buzelis in a position to cash in.
Claxton a screen on Ball. Russell no luck. It's deflected. Bulls have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Claxton against Vucevic. Buzelis, no one around him. A miss that time would have put him up. And the Nets shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
Johnson finds Thomas. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. To the left side wing. Ball, the pass to White. Over Russell. And another miss by Chicago. And the Nets with possession here. To the middle. A floater. It's tipped. They get it back. Outside for Thomas. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Russell in the corner. To the wing on the left. There's the 3. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable. But Rico, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for the Bulls. He notched 8 points in the... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3. Ball no good. Burnett shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Thomas finds Williams. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Giddey. Well, Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They now take the lead. White's got his first 3 points of the game.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Johnson for 3, and again, no good by Brooklyn. Fires the 3, and it's White missing. Nets trail by 3. And it's Russell in the corner for the 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Attention to detail is what's helped Russell improve his scoring ability every year.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
It's Thomas on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And the Nets lead by 1.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
This one for 3. Kept alive. Claxton the pass to Johnson. There's Russell with the 3. It's good from long range. Russell's got 6 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Outside for Thomas. Trains the 3-pointer. Thomas got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Buzelis. Back to White. To halt the run. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low. The kick out to Williams from outside the arc. Here's Giddey. And another miss by Chicago. Nets leading by 7. Johnson, a wide open look, bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got 6. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should I let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court. Just total confidence from deep. Ball, he just sinks that shot like it's nothing.
Russell fires away from way outside. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Ball with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. And it's Williams with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Back to Thomas. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
41 seconds left to play here in the half. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson for three. Sinks the triple.
Cameron Johnson.
Johnson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Nets.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Ball with the bucket.
And he wasted no time getting those points back. Great response from Ball.
Russell finds Johnson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
They grabbed their own miss. Pass to Giddey. And here's Vucevic. Claxton covering. Fires for 3. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Vucevic.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you gotta know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
For the fan half-court shots.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Williams is out there with Collins. Then it's Jones. Then it's Terry. And it's Herter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Wilson. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard, and you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got it.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Trey Jones. And here's Herter outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Herter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Johnson kicks to Martin. Johnson with a screen on Terry. 3-pointer, Martin. Chicago grabs the miss. For the lead, Wilson grabs the board. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. A shot by Sharp, nobody around. Johnson down low, defended by Dosunmu. And they'll get another chance. Johnson finds Martin. Back to Johnson, just 5 to shoot. Martin against Collins. Got him with the pump fake, savvy move right there. And the Nets lead by 4.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Martin the pass to Watford. They get it back. Kicks it out to Wilson. Hits it from 3-point range. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Brooklyn's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Martin with it, And Terry picks him up defensively. They swipe it. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Johnson, a wide-open look, and the Nets, another three.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
The shot by Watford, no good. Bulls trail by 7. Herter passes to Collins. Terry against Martin. Here's Dosunmu. No good on the triple. Net shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Johnson kicks to Martin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Wilson left side. Back to Watford. Outside for Martin. 4 on the clock. And the Nets, another three.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Williams for 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Brooklyn leading by 10. Launches a 3. The rebound by Dosunmu. 59 seconds left in the third. And the three ball is good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. There's the triple. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Terry outside. That three off the mark. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Watford passes to Johnson. Softly drops in the floater. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
Williams for 3. The rebound by Sharp. Williams has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Wilson. Buries it from three-point range. Wilson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. For the 3. And Kevin Herter, good for 3. He has 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with the 9-point. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So for Brooklyn now, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ball. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here's the break. Here's Giddey. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Brooklyn leading by 7. Outside for Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside, White. Ring shot on the way. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Claxton. Thomas with the ball. Out to Russell. It's stolen by Buzelis. In transition, here come the Bulls. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Sinks the three-pointer. Bulls trail by 8. The 3 ball. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Giddey. Here's White. No good from outside.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
near the three-point line. It's Thomas. No good off the front iron. Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Ball no good. Nets leading by 8. Pass to Claxton. Puts up a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. 14 points for Buzelis. Russell fires away from way outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Out to White. Vucevic with it. Pass to Giddey. Back to Vucevic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Johnson.
2 minutes.
Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Now Claxton. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball finds White. Lets the 3 fly. The offensive rebound. Buzelis with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Williams for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Bulls trail by 8. To the paint. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And again, Chicago, no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. There's Ball with the 3. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Getting it done when their backs are against the wall. What a gritty play there from Ball.
Claxton the pass to Russell. Johnson sets the screen for Russell. From past the arc. Poke loose. And here are the Bulls now. Now Buzelis. Money!
Incredible. The rookie Buzelis coming through at the biggest moment of the game. This kid is special.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
We'll see what they draw up. Three-pointer is a must.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And what's their best move at this point?
And they need a miracle, guys. They don't have enough time for the catch-and-shoot 3, so the only hope is for an alley-oop and an and-one to finish out. And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
And so off the tip, it's Washington. Now Washington starting 5. We've got Sarr. Marcus Smart out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's George. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. Now here's Middleton. From the arc. And he buries his first look.
I'll tell you what, I mean, it feels like Middleton can shoot from anywhere, but he's especially deadly from the corner.
Pass to Buzelis. White with a screen on George. The shot by Buzelis no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Now here's Middleton. For 3, George nails it from 3.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Out to the right wing. 3-pointer, Buzelis. It's rebounded by Washington.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Pass to Coulibaly. Misses the 3. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. It's George on the wing. 3-pointer, Buzelis. It doesn't go for him. Washington's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. It's tipped. All alone on the break. The 3 from Ball. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
A menace defensively. Ball with the steal. The bucket. Just a great few seconds there.
Back to Coulibaly. There's the 3. Buzelis grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
A big topic of conversation, Chris Middleton. Coach said Middleton is an incredible shooter. He said we cannot let him get comfortable. Shoot it directly off passes. Our goal, run Chris off that 3-point line. Chris Middleton, hard to stop. Guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Coulibaly from behind the arc. That shot off the mark. And now the Bulls in transition. 3-pointer, Vucevic. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, what anticipation from the Montenegrin center. Vucevic reading the defense well on the catch and shoot.
Beyond the arc. And Sarr, good for 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Wizards leading by 3. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Just finding the open man and making sure it's on time and on target. This is who Josh Giddey is.
They set the pick. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. 3-pointer is up. Middleton. Chicago with a rebound. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Middleton.
Bulls foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Second personal foul.
That free throw good from Middleton. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
And Ball gets it to go.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. Washington shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And so Smart nails them both. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
BA, I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
The shot by Buzzell is no good. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Three-pointer is up. Middleton, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
Smart for 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Buzelis. Boom! He jams it straight down.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Smart outside. Stolen by Ball. Here's Vucevic. No good on the buzzer beater. A big-time effort for Chris Middleton, providing a lot of... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
On the court right now for the Wizards, we've got Bilal Coulibaly. Sarr out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart, and it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. Offensive rebound. Giddey against George. Tries again. And it's Giddey missing. Wizards leading by 3. Right side, Coulibaly. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, BA, and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Now here's Vucevic. Shoots over Sarr. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Vucevic has got 5 points.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
The Bulls have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Ooh, good finish at the rack on the slick feed. Vucevic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer, great size, great touch.
The Bulls have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. White for 3. Rebound by the Wizards. George has got 4 rebounds now. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
That ties the game. He's got 10.
And I like the mix of power and agility Ball uses inside. One way or another, he's going to get a shot.
Here's Smart. Pass to Sarr from outside the arc. Knocks down the triple.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Outside Giddey. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he dunks it down.
And BA, that is just not fair. I mean, I had a feeling he was going to bust out the dunk. He loves the big finish.
And the fans love him. When he has space to operate, they just know he's going to do something special.
And given his ability, someone needed to rotate to try and contest that.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Three-pointer, Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Buzelis has got 7 points in the game. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, a little exclamation point. The 3 from Ball. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ball finds Giddey. 1:24 left to play in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Buzelis. It's rebounded by Washington.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far. So Washington ends up going with a new group.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:11 left to play in the half. A clear look for Holmes. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his fourth rebound in this one. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And Holmes pulls it down. Washington leading by 6. And here's Kispert from the arc. Hits the trifecta. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. And again, Chicago, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And here's Kispert from the arc. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Hits a three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Champagny. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Up top ball. Outside Giddey. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And so it's the Washington Wizards finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Boy, it's been quite a game for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Zach Collins out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Kevin Huerter. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Terry in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Picked by Holmes. Kispert, left side. Collins against Holmes. Williams grabs the board. The Bulls trail by 8. Going all the way to the rack. And that one good. Collins has got his first bucket in this one.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Hey, from long range. Here's Holmes. The kick out to Poole. Clock at 6. They set the screen. Puts up a 3. The Wizards with another miss. It's Huerter on the wing. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Washington. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Bay from long range. Knocks it down from distance. Bay's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
He buries it from 3.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Kispert outside. Launches a 3. That shot off. Bulls trail by 6. Takes a 3. The shot by Terry, no good. And it's Poole with the ball for the Wizards. Bay from long range. And so the ball out of bounds. Bay tucks it last. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Dosunmu. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole. Pass to Champagny. Takes the three. On target from range. Champagny's gotten his second bucket on the night. All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Bay from long range. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 10-point Washington lead.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Williams from long range. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Kispert for 3.
2 minutes.
Chicago with a rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
4-3. Drains the triple. Kispert's got 9 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And it's Wizards ball. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. Knocks down the triple. Champagny's got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
There's Herter with the 3. Rebound Washington. Holmes has got rebound number 8 now. Holmes, a screen on Collins. Poole from long range. Chicago with a rebound. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Bulls trail by 13. The open shot by Herter. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize. Bay against Herter. Pass to Holmes. Inside, here's Kispert. Soft touch off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Collins passes to Terry. Puts up a 3. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now Bay. He has 6. Tipped away. And a fast break now for the Bulls. There's Herter with the 3. Unable to get that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Washington, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Sarr, then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Smart in at the 1 spot. Now here's Smart. And Smart goes up strong at the rim.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
And he makes it. Blues Ellis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, you gotta appreciate the move. I know I did. Going to the finger roll to get the ball over the D.
Here's Sarr. And he comes up with a bucket.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Bulls trail by 14. White on the wing. Coulibaly defending. And the ball out of play. The Wizards will have it. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Middleton from the outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. It's Giddey on the wing. George defending. George against Giddey. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Pass to Buzelis. Beyond the arc. That won't go. He's 5 for 12 now. Wizards leading by 14. Fires the 3. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. White for 3. And again, no good by Chicago. Smart looking around. From the arc. And the Wizards with another 3.
It's great seeing Marcus Smart drain these perimeter jump shots. You know he's put in the time to let that offense become a natural part of his game.
Middleton, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Here's Giddey. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Giddey's got his first basket.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
The Bulls trail by 18. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Buzelis. The rebound by the Wizards. George has got rebound number 7 tonight.
2 minutes.
It's Middleton on the wing.
2 minutes.
Connects from downtown.
Chris Middleton.
And the Wizards lead by 21.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot, Middleton deposits another J.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Sarr misses.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Wizards leading by 18. It's George on the wing. Outside Koulibaly. No good on the 3. Chicago has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Wizards.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Chris Middleton.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
White for 3. And it's White again missing. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Three-pointer is up. Middleton, he drops it from range.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Now here's White. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Middleton against Giddey. Fires away from way outside. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for Grant Hill.
make some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And now Washington's starting group. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Smart. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Sarr in at the center position.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Nice shot by Smart.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now, here is Russell. Fires the three. And Sarr pulls it down. And George kicks to Smart. Back to George. Sarr sets the screen for George. Shoots it. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by George.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets.
They got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild, though.
Thomas with the steal. Claxton the pass to Russell. Here's Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Middleton. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
If he's making shots like that, the teammates want to feed that confidence. Middleton with a sweet stroke.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Claxton finds Williams. Now Johnson. Pass to Russell from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Russell's got his second basket of the night.
I like how competitive Russell is. When you make a three-point shot and he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to come right back at you.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo, a nice assist.
Here's Smart. A beautiful reverse layup. Smart's got 5 points so far.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside for Thomas. The 3. Rebounded by Smart.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's George. And the layup falls.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Ball's not loose.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Smart wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3 ball. 8 points for him.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Russell kicks to Williams. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Smart. 8 points for him. No good with the triple. Russell against Smart. Russell dishes to Williams. And the Nets, another 3.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Pass to Smart. Here's Koulibaly. He's guarded by Thomas for 3. Koulibaly, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. They trail by 1. Claxton the pass to Williams. Johnson surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Johnson sets the screen for Russell. Floats one. Rebounded by the Wizards. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Koulibaly. He's guarded by Thomas. They get it back. And a wide open look for Sarr. Drops in the tray. Sarr's got 5.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
Russell passes to Johnson. Over George. Johnson's shot is off. On the wing, Koulibaly. Marcus Smart, he's stealing it tonight and has been a driving force for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Washington?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Taking a look at the Wizards. George is out there with Sarr. Then it's Koulibaly. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Here's Smart. Good on the triple. Smart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Deflects the pass. Russell finds Johnson. From downtown, and Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Russell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
D'Angelo needs just a little sliver of space to let that rip.
Pass to Koulibaly. George with the screen on Thomas. Shot on the wing. Koulibaly, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Sarr. Smart goes in. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Russell kicks to Williams. Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. And Claxton throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Koulibaly, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Williams for 3. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks it down to Middleton. From the arc.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Now Sarr. He has 5. Releases. Rebound by Williams.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Nets trail by 11. Williams, a screen on George. From deep, Johnson gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. George passes to Middleton. Williams with the steal. Johnson with it. Out guarded by Smart. Johnson kicks to Russell. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his third assist on the night. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Kispert with the bucket.
And another area where Poole continues to work has just become a much more effective passer.
Poole against Johnson. Three-pointer. The shot by Wilson, no good.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Beyond the arc. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Johnson, the pass to Sharp. Johnson against Poole. Sharp sets the pick for Johnson. Here he goes. Back to Sharp. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The shot, no good. And so it's Washington going into the break with a 10-point lead. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And a chance now to send it over to David Ault. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And you know, Marcus Smart has been really making it happen.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Martin. Wilson out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Sharp, and it's Johnson in at the point guard position. So that's the Nets 5. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled, their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Wilson, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
A shot by Champagnie, no good. Nets trail by 9. Outside Wilson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. They've held a 12-point lead early. Bay wide open, and he fires. Off target with his 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Watford finds Johnson. It's Martin on the wing. Back to Johnson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
In transition, here come the Nets. Outside, Martin launches it. They get it again. Pass to Watford. Poole with the steal. Here's the break. For the finish. All alone. He lays it in.
Well, Poole does such a great job of reading and reacting to both things, not just the steal, but the score on the other end.
Watford with it. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Now, here's Kispert. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Kispert's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. On offense, here are the Wizards. They've got an 8-0 run. Poole with no one around. And again, Washington with the triple.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Stolen by Martin. Johnson with it. Picked up by Poole. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says, with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. Poole against Johnson. Pass to Champagny. Holmes with a screen on Johnson. Washington again turning it over. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Nets trail by 14. Russell dishes to Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Williams has got 11.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Here's Koulibaly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And it's Russell missing. Here's Koulibaly. 8 points for him. Thomas feeling it out a bit. He was all alone on that one. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And so it's the Washington Wizards. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Smart in at the point. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Johnson.
A great jump shooter, really from any range. That's Cam Johnson.
Here's Koulibaly. And he jams it with authority.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Smart with the steal. Pass to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
There's Russell with the 3. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smart. Off target from outside. That's trailed by 13. The 3 from Johnson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Second shot opportunity. Shot from the top of the key. Russell, no luck.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And stolen by Sarr. All alone. And Sarr throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Williams with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 13-point game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Johnson with a screen on Smart. Russell kicks to Thomas. Here's Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Claxton. Outside Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Middleton. Williams can't hit. Wizards leading by 12. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Russell looking around. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Offensive rebound. Johnson outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Washington has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Smart. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Washington.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Marcus Smart.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and strapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
We love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
They get it back, and that one drops. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Middleton. There's the 3. Outside for George. Here's Sarr. That 3 off the mark. Russell with it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And
Have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Ball, then it's Kobe White, and it's Giddey in at the 3 slot. And he gets the bucket.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Jacks up a 3. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Ball.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
The shot by Russell, no good.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Fast break creates the open look. He drills it with confidence.
Russell from outside. Claxton finds Thomas. On target from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Nets. Johnson for 3. Ball with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. No coverage that time.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
Johnson with a bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Russell from outside. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. White can't hit. Brooklyn's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Williams from long range hits a 3-pointer. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
White for 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. The Bulls have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. The shot by Buzelis no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Here's the 3. Williams misses. Chicago trailing here. It's Giddey on the wing. 3-pointer. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Giddey's got 6.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Russell, that's good.
A volume 3-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
3-pointer, Vucevic. Giddey passes to White. And again, it's Chicago with a 3. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Kobe White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract in a bigger role, and he is playing great.
They might have the best hair in the NBA.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And it's Vince Sanity himself, Vince Carter, in the building tonight.
And talk about a spectacular career. Really helped launch basketball in Toronto and the entire country of Canada. And, of course, elevated the Nets as well in his 5 years with this team.
Oh, didn't think that was going in. 9 points in the game. The Nets with a lead. The 3 from Russell. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
So crafty off the dribble. Russell stops on a dime and gets the separation he needs.
3-pointer, Vucevic. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Brooklyn leading by 4. The 3 from Russell. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Ball no good. The Nets have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Russell, that's good.
Possessing a shoot-first mindset. In terms of scoring, Russell's arsenal impressive.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Claxton a screen on ball. The shot by Russell, no good. Good if it goes. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's D'Angelo Russell. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Johnson a screen on ball. The 3 from Russell. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's Ball with a 3. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 4th rebound in this one. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, this demonstrates how confident Buzelis is. He knows he can be lethal off the catch.
Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws. Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Pass to Buzelis. From downtown, Brooklyn pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Stolen by Giddey. Vucevic with it. Claxton picks him up. This one for 3. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist with that last one.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The three from Ball. Sinks it from distance. Ball's got 6.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
Russell, that's good. Chicago has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
To the left wing. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Williams grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thomas misses. Chicago leading. Puts it up from the high post. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Give him 8 points now.
Well, you can see it. Buzelis is very comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Johnson with a bucket. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. From deep, Giddey. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Williams. The 3. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 from Ball. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 7 assists in the game. Williams on the wing. Lets it go from deep. It's not going to go for him. Bulls leading by 3. The 3. Pass to Giddey. Here's White. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Thomas for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Giddey finds White. And the 3-pointer goes. White's got 6 here in the quarter.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
The Bulls shooting just around 41% in the second. They get it again. Pass to Buzelis. And it's going to be a 3-second call. There's 6 seconds left to play in the first half. The 3 from Russell hits the trifecta. Russell's got 14 points for the game. From deep, Giddey. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, D'Angelo Russell has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so in the game for the Bulls, we've got Patrick Williams. He's out there with Zach Collins. DeSumo is out there with Kevin Huerter. And it's Terry in at the shooting guard position. Nets trail by 3. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
The 3 is up. Harden with the bucket. Harden's got got his first 3 points of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Watford gets the bucket. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. There's Herter with the 3. Sinks the tray. And the Bulls lead by 4. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Let's go with a 3. They grab their own miss.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Williams passes to Dosunmu. From outside the arc. Sharp grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Back to Martin for the lead. And no good. Chicago's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. The shot by Terry, no good. The Nets shooting about 41% and stolen by Herter. Three-pointer. And it's Martin with the rebound. The Nets shooting a disappointing 38%. Wilson, no good.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Dosunmu to pass to Collins. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. Brooklyn trailing. Lets a floater go. And down it goes. 2 points. Wilson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
3.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. To the middle. Here's Watford. The kick out to Johnson.
Third quarter.
Shot is up. And the Nets tack on 2 more. Stan, your coaching career started in the 1980s. How are players different today versus then?
Well, look, players have always shared one thing. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to win games. But the players now are bigger, faster, stronger, and more skilled. The rules have changed, so the game's a little bit less physical, particularly at the NBA level, but the players are just better.
Watford with a screen. Pass to Sharp from behind the arc. It's Sharp on the wing and stolen by Williams. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Herter can't hit. The Nets have gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Now Johnson. There's the triple. He buries it from 3. Johnson's got his second bucket on the night. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
The putback. Collins with the rebound. Outside Johnson. Shoots over to Sumu. The shot by Johnson, no good. Chicago trailing here from deep three-point range. Rebound by Terry. Herter from long range gets the 3 ball to go. Herter's got 9 points now in the second half. 34 seconds left in the third. Johnson passes to Wilson over Herter. Second chance shot. Back to Johnson. Offline from the high post.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
There's Herter with the 3. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Pass to Terry. Puts up a deep 3. The shot comes out.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But next time, maybe.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money. and made things look easy for his teammates.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. The shot by Russell, no good. And for Chicago, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Williams with it. Now guarded by White. Thomas, that's good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And here's Thomas from the arc. It's hauled in by White. The Bulls have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Vucevic. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance. And the Bulls lead by 1. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Outside Giddey. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside, Williams. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. And Brooklyn with possession here.
The focus Ball brings to his defense is admirable. He doesn't let himself get distracted from covering his guy.
Counted from distance.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
The 3 from Ball. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Russell with the ball. Guarded by Vucevic. Thomas passes to Russell. The kick out to Williams. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And it's now just a 1-point Bulls lead. Right side White. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Williams from long range. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now. 3-pointer, Vucevic. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Look to a machine like Vuce when you need him most. He's a reliable offensive option who comes through for his club.
And a deep 3 from Russell. And the Nets, another 3.
Oh, and Russell loves to remind us that he has ice in his veins. Big time bucket.
Knocks down the long J.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Giddey. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Vucevic. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Williams from long range. Buzelis grabs the board. 3-pointer, Vucevic. Offensive board. Pass to Buzelis. The 3-pointer off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Here's Giddey. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And the Nets miss again. Here's Buzelis. There's the drive. Oh! rattling two-handed jam.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
He connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Giddy with it. Ball outside. Fires from way outside. Misses. This one belongs to Chicago. Just a gutsy performance on the road.